Okay, team 9.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good.
I would like to show you the video, short video about the workplace.
Hello, Peter. What's happening? We have sort of a problem here. Yeah, you apparently didn't put one of the new cover sheets on your TPS reports.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry about that. I forgot.
Yeah. You see, we're putting the cover sheets on all TPS reports now before they go out. Did you see the memo about this?
Yeah.
As you can see, we don't want you to end up like Peter, so today we want to talk about soft skill, so you can overcome it. At first, management I'm coming from Group 9, and today we're glad to be here to present to you about 3 most important soft skills that we use for hiring and promoting. Our presentation is divided into 4 parts. At first, I will talk about the hard skill and soft skill, and then our teamwork, our teammate will talk about the work ethic, the communication, and teamwork. Let's begin with the first one, the soft and hard skill. Hard skill is just basically things like you can learn in school, such as the computer skills or language skills. However, soft skill is quite complicated, but you have to understand what it is because you use it every day. Those skills that we choose to talk today is all about our experience. So we talk that through that you are easier to understand and apply it into the real workplace. And so now I will back to Rick and he will bring you to the first one, the work ethic. Thank you.
When talking about improving one's potential in the workplace, one of the most important aspects you can have is a good work ethic. Now, what is a good work ethic? That is to have good beliefs, standards, and values in your time at a workplace. Now, what does that mean? That means you need to maintain a good set of beliefs and put yourself at a higher standard and maintain a respectful set of values during your time at the workplace. Now, whenever I was in high school, I worked a job at a movie theater, and there were a lot of high schoolers my same age there, and many of them wouldn't get promotions, and only a select few of them would actually receive the promotions to manager and stuff like that. Now, the main difference between them was the people that were getting promotions were the ones that had a good work ethic. They showed up on time every day, and they treated everybody with dignity and respect. Now, the ones that weren't getting promotions were the ones that constantly, month by month, would no-show to their job and sometimes wouldn't even call in. And that just showed to the boss that they didn't care about the job, and they demonstrated a very poor work ethic. Now, why did I tell you that story? Because to maintain a good work ethic, you need to show your belief in the business by showing up to work on time. You need to treat yourself and others to a higher standard and treat everybody with dignity and respect. And you need to maintain a respectful set of values by showing up every day and treating the workplace well. And now I'm going to pass it off to Stephanie, who's going to talk to you guys about communication.
Thank you, Nick. So there are 2 parts to communication. There's one, making sure that you're communicating effectively. So you do this by getting your message across clearly and concisely. The second part of communication is going to be your listening skills. It's really important that you maintain really great listening skills. So that means when your coworkers or if your manager is trying to give you directions or any feedback, it's important for you to be able to clearly understand what they're telling you to do, so then you can execute whatever project correctly. So this brings us into our second phase of communication, which I know you guys have all been waiting for. It's our communication game. So I'm going to go ahead and ask our 6 pre-selected volunteers to go ahead and come up into the front and in front of this slide. Can we give everyone a hand for Thank you, guys. We can form a line. so has anybody ever played telephone? Yeah, one of the crazes of middle school, right? So the way telephone works is I'm going to start and I'm going to whisper a phrase for our first teammate. They're then going to whisper that phrase to the next person. Person 2 will whisper it to the third person, and so on until we reach the 6th person. That 6th person is then going to say aloud the message that they heard, and we're going to compare and see if it was the same message. All right, here we go. Did everyone hear that?
No, we're already in trouble.
I have something in my backyard.
Well, so what I originally said was, thank you guys. Can we give everyone a hand? That was amazing. Y'all can go ahead and head to your seats. Thank you for being so brave. So the phrase I actually said was, I have a bushel of roses in my front yard. So you can see how in the workplace, miscommunication is very common, and I think the telephone game is a great example of how, especially in the workplace, when you're working in teams, you have to be able to listen well and communicate effectively. So Yazan is going to talk to us a little bit about teamwork.
Thank you, Stephanie. This is just a quick video to show you guys about teamwork, how the penguins work together to survive. It's smarter to work in groups, that's true. And it's less stressful to have a team, working with you. All right, so what is teamwork, right? Teamwork is the art of collaborating with others effectively. All of us come from different places. People have different working styles. We all come from different countries, different cultures, different religions. So like we actually have to understand each other and try to work together and like not cause any drama in the workspace, which also means just getting along with the coworkers. On this next slide, I just want to show you guys the types of teamwork skills that could help you improve yourself. Those are soft skills that you should have that will help you in the work environment. So support skill is number one. It's very important to have that type of skill because you have to always support the whole group, to always make a member that is missing something to just give him that support that he actually needs to keep going and like not quit on his job or just cause the whole team to like go down just because of one member. Another skill that you actually need to have is a problem-solving skill. This is one of the biggest and most important skills because every organization that you end up going to, they all come up with different types of problems, and you have to be the one to you should be the one to actually solve that conflict, like that problem. Like it actually helps you become better at work if you actually know how to solve different types of problems. Listening and feedback is a really important skill to have because you always have to listen to what the other guy is saying. So like you can actually know what does he want, what does she want, what is like my job, what should I get done. So yeah, it's really important to always listen. And the last skill I want to talk about is the conflict management skill. That's a really important skill. That's a really important skill to have if you're trying to be a manager someday or a leader. Okay, so let's say you're actually working with a team of 5, and then you got you got two people inside the team arguing and you know having some type of conflict. You have to be the leader right there to actually fix up the conflict and like also make it a win-win situation on like both sides, you know, just to keep everything fair. All right, and then now I'm actually just gonna end it up with what we explained. Hong was started off with the introduction. Nick over here talked about the work ethic. It's really important to have good work ethic. You know, always be there on time, dress good. Communication, Stephanie explained that, and then she also showed you guys a quick game. You know, it's very important to communicate. And then I cut it, and then I ended off with teamwork. Thank you guys. Do you guys have any questions?